Blevins here with day one of week 11. This is the heavy day, heavy triples on squat, heavy triples on bench, and then some heavy singles on deadlift. This here was, 615 for 3. It moved all right. The bar really was whipping around on me a lot today. I'm looking to get one of those new Rogue Ohio power bars to deal with that issue because it really throws off my groove when it's jiggling around with these heavy weights. I notice it a lot whenever I go over 585, but it really does start to bend and move around at the mid-5s. This is the Texas powerlifting bar. In any case, it's a good bar, but if you're lifting over those weights, it starts to bend some. Again, I left in my squat setup. You see how I approach the bar. I really wedge myself in, get the bar on the shelf on my upper back the right way. You'll see my air start to come in under my belt and then fill up my chest all the way up to the top before I unrack the weight. And then controlling that step back. I could probably optimize my walkout a little bit better. But note that this is with close to my max. This is 625 for 3. It moves pretty well. Reps. That second rep I got a little forward, but it was okay. You see the shaking there on the descent. That's because of the attempt to stabilize the bar. Really a pretty easy triple, all in all, for 625. Also left into my bench setup here. You'll see, well, maybe not. It's behind the bar. But I pull my shoulders back. You see there, I pull my shoulder blades, pinch them together, and then I try to take the top of my shoulder and push it down all the way back into my lat. Sometimes the cue of tucking your shoulder blades into your back pocket works, but the idea is that I'm pinching my shoulders together, but also pushing my shoulders down. Then I arch myself and try to put all my weight into my traps, my upper traps. And there you see me wiggle back and forth. That's where I'm trying to retract my shoulder blades as far as I can. And this is how I bench. I touch a little low, lower than my shoulder, and I don't use a ton of leg drive, but I seem to have a good kind of pressure out of the bottom if I touch a little lower there. Maybe that's because my front delts are fairly developed. I don't know, but I like to touch a little lower. That was a PR right there, and I paused some of those reps. Felt really good about that 455. Get kind of like a half pause on that 465 here, and then touch it and go for the rest of them because I knew it'd be heavy. 2 really heavy sets of bench, probably as heavy as I'm going to go in this training cycle. Again, super happy about that. I also left my deadlift setup in here. You'll see I take off my headband, put my headband back on. That's usually because I am praying to God for assistance during those times. So I take stuff off my head. I don't know if you need to pray with your head uncovered. I'm not sure if that's important, but it's something I do and have done. So get the bar set up on the floor in an even spot. This takes forever because the bar keeps rolling on me. It's a little annoying. Again, it's just one of those things where you have to deal with it. Sometimes the platform is not level. So that can throw off your deadlift sometimes, and it's good to do that. This is a 705, so I will get the bar where I want it, then I wait for the bar to settle, then it moves out of position. Great. Who cares? Adjust my belt, get myself squared away, mentally focused, get the song that I want to have on. You know, that's always important too. Really take my time before a deadlift rep. This is pretty funny, actually. I forgot all this was in here. Find the song that I want, take some more time, put it back in the pocket slowly, walk up to the bar. Here we go. First I set my feet, externally rotate my knees a little bit, start to squeeze the glutes, make sure the bar is in a good spot, kind of reach down and grab it, make sure my hips are set in the right position. Then I pull my arms forward and down. This is to kind of round my upper back slightly, but I also am engaging the lats. I'm not loose. And then my camera decided to stop recording, so you don't even get to see that rep. However, you see the same setup here for this deadlift. Adjust the belt. Apparently I had the song I wanted already, so that's great. My shins are fairly close to the bar, but they're not touching the bar. That's because I can't externally rotate my knees out all the way, and so I have to have a little distance in the bar so I clear my shin. Again, put my shoulders all the way forward, tighten my chest, almost like I was doing a cable crossover, like for a chest exercise. Tighten up the pecs so I don't detach a pec or something like that while I'm deadlifting. There's a lot of pressure that comes in. Reach down, grab the weight, pull it up, hold it lockout for a second, put it back down. That's kind of what my deadlift is. You'll see the bracing in there as well, but it's a very simple sumo deadlift setup. Just get in the right spot on the bar, breathe in before I go down, and then pick it up. In any case, I hope that was helpful for those of you who wanted to see a little bit more on setup. Excuse the long introductions and on some of those reps, but I do take my time before I do my attempts, even when I'm just hitting these weights. It was a heavy day besides that, so I need to take those seriously. But I do take a while setting up, and that's something I notice a lot of lifters not doing, is taking enough time to really properly prepare themselves for their sets. The way you take your max should be the way you take your warm-ups. And I do those same exact kind of like almost rituals for lifting with my warm-ups as I do with my heavy weights. In any case, hope that's helpful. And if you have anything else you would like to see as far as training, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.